Hello guys, welcome to Online Web Tutor. I am Sanjay. We are learning CodeIgniter for framework tutorial. This is our part number 30. Inside this video session guys, we will see about validation service in CodeIgniter. In the last video, we have covered several topics in CodeIgniter for application. You can go through those videos and learn first, because this is the continuation of our existing parts. Inside this video, we will use a form. Inside that form, we have some fields and we will validate those input fields from server side by means of using validation service. Now if I back to editor and here go inside this app, controllers, and this is our working controller called site controller. Now inside this site controller, let's create a method, public function, and simply let's say called my form data. This is my method name. You can create your own name for any method. Now inside this, simply I'm going to call a view file, so return view. This is my form data. Simply I'm going to copy the name, go inside the views folder, and let's create that file what we have taken. So here we have created. Now simply inside this view file, we are going to create a form. Inside this form, we will have some fields like name, email, and mobile number. So step by step, we need to create that form. So let's create a form tag. So here we have a form. Inside this form tag, we have some attributes like action, method. Let's pass one by one, so it is action. And inside this, I'm going to use called site URL. And inside this site URL, simply we're going to use the same method what we have created here. It means this my form data method is used for both request type called get as well as post request type. So I'm going to copy the name, or simply we need to create a route. So my form data, this is our route, and also here we are going to attach a method, and this is post request type. Press Ctrl B. Now inside this form tag, let's create our input fields. So I'm going to take a paragraph, and inside this, let's say that the first field should be a name, input type, it should be something text. Let's take a name attribute. This is something name. First field we have created, and if I copy this code 2 more times, because we need to take the second field as email address and the third field as mobile number. So this is input type email, and here we have the name attribute as input type means email, and here we have input type text, and this is something as the mobile name as the attribute. And finally we need to take a submit button. So get rid of this text. Let's say that input type, this is submit, and value equal to, let's say submit here. Now successfully we have created a simple, very simple form. Press Ctrl B, go inside this app, config, and inside this config folder we should have a file called routes.php. Now inside this file we are going to create our route, and keep in mind that route should be going to accept get request as well as post request. So here my form data, because this is the route what we have taken inside this form action, and copy the method name, go inside this routes.php. So this route is going to call site controller, and here is the method name. Back to site controller, let's accept or write our code for post request type. So if let's set this request get method. This is the way to check our coming request type. So if it should be means post, go inside that. If we try to print all the values, so let's say print r, and inside this let's say that this request get var. Now by writing this code, simply we are going to print all the values which will accept via this form. What I will do, so in the next step, simply copy this route back to browser. Let's type the URL with index.php, and here we have the route name. Pressing enter, we have a very simple form which contains 3 input fields called name, email and mobile number. So I'm going to pass the dummy details, and if we press submit button, now as we can see that we have name, email and mobile number. Also, if suppose we don't pass any values inside these fields, press submit button. Now as we can see that we have no value, but this is not correct. We want that in that case, when we not pass any value inside these fields, while clicking on submit button, we should get some errors like name, email and mobile fields are required. So this validation we can do by 2 different approaches. The first, by using client-side validation jQuery plugins by means of using validation library. In the second, we can use server-side code. So inside this video, we are going to use server-side means validation service of CodeIgniter 4 to validate. Back to editor, go inside this site controller, and if I make comment of this line, first of all we need to create the rules. Rules in the sense that this field is required, this is required and also this is required. So the first rule we have the required rule. In the second, if we want to specify all about the minimum length of any field, like the name field have a minimum length, the email field have the minimum and the maximum length rule, so we can specify multiple rules inside a single field. So for now, we are going to use the required attribute. Go here, let's hit that rules, making an array, and inside these rules we need to pass the field name. So here we have the name, and keep in mind these are the name attributes what we have taken inside this form. So we have name, email and mobile. So this is for the name, email and we have the mobile. So step by step now we need to attach our rule for these fields. So here we are going to attach our first rule, and that is required. This line indicates that the name field of that form is required. Now copy and paste means I want that all those fields are required, and simply we have actually written our rules. And finally we need to use our validation service. So what should I do? Simply first we need to load our validation service first. Validation equal to, this should be config services, and here we have the validation service. After loading that, we are able to use the validate method or the validator property. We can access all the features of validation to validate our form. Let's create a if, and inside this I am using not symbol, putting this, and let's say a validate method. Inside this validate method, simply we need to pass the rules as we can see in the IntelliSense box. Copy this rules variable, pasting inside this validate method, making a curly bracket, and next what we have to do, we need to return to our view file. Otherwise, if we don't have any error, simply for now let's say print r, let's say this request, and we are simply printing all the values. If suppose we have any error like required, so in that case it will go inside this if block, because validation returns the false value, and by putting here not symbol, the false value which automatically converts into true value. The validate method returns true if and only if all the values of all the form fields should satisfy these rules. It means all the fields have their values, have their minimum length, maximum length, and etc. all the rules what we specify here. So simply while going through this form, now we are going to send our error messages. So simply creating an array, inside this simply let's say a validation as a key. You can create your own key. This is validation, a user defined variable. Now here using this, and I'm going to make use of our validator property. So by the help of this key what we have defined here, we can access our validation error messages. Back to our view file, go at the top of this form and simply making a shorthand operator for PHP tag, and simply I'm going to say that this, or we have the validation as the key what we are passing from this controller. So validation, and here we have the method called list errors. Now if we save this change, go and reload this page, and here we have some error, that is undefined variable validation, and this is because for the first time we are opening this view file, and inside this view file we have no validation key. So first of all we need to check this validation key here. So creating a proper PHP tag, and inside this let's say that validation, if it is set we are going to use a PHP function, and if it is set then we need to print the values. So print r, and here are the error messages. Again go to the browser, reload this page, and we don't have any errors. Now as we can see that we have three different fields, and inside these fields we are not going to pass any value. Instead, as we know that we have implemented the required attribute or the required field validation at server side. So I am going to click without any value, and as we can see that the name field is required, the email field is required, and the mobile field is required. In case if we pass any values, click on submit, and as we can see that we are getting values. But in case of empty, we are getting our server side messages. It means successfully we have implemented or seen all about the first stage of validation service in CodeIgniter. In the next video, we will see that how can we customize all about these error messages, as well as how can we add more validation rules inside our validation service. Right now we have only a required rule. If we want to specify something like mean length, max length, and many more, how can we add those rules? So successfully guys, step by step we have seen all about using validation service in CodeIgniter 4. The secret step inside this validation service is all about its loading, providing rules, checking here, and keep in mind this is going to return the true value only in case if the form field satisfy all the rules here. Otherwise, it is going to return false value. So in case if we are submitting this form without any value, it is not going to satisfy these rules. It means it is going to return the false value. And by providing this, we have converted or make it as a true value, and we have simply printed all the error messages by the help of this key. It means this validator property stores the validation messages. And one more thing before closing this video is that if suppose guys you are looking for to learn Cake PHP 4, CodeIgniter 4, MySQL, WordPress, so you need to must visit this blog website. Inside this website we have created several posts regarding all these languages. Now if I back to browser, visit this blog. This is online web tutor blog. Inside this, as we can see that CodeIgniter 4 CRUD tutorial, CodeIgniter 4 server-side data table using SSP library. Here we have how to upload image file and form data, multi-language site in CodeIgniter 4. This is very interesting topic. Next we have like Cake PHP 4 routes tutorial, development of RESTful APIs in CodeIgniter 4, including or with the JWT token, and several interesting topic this blog contains. You need to go once, and if you like the content of any single article, I surely say that you are going to like each of the article. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.